So, you're thinking about entering the joyful world of Elwood Dog Meat activism.
We are doing a dog meat table. We've got it set up right here.
Fantastic. It's a great way to meet new friends. And bring an end to tyranny and injustice forever. So here with advice on the best way to spread the word is Elwood's founder, CEO and hashtag farm wife, Molly Elwood.
We believe that a lot of people are already vegan, but we live in a world where people don't see what happens to animals. And
when you say you think people, a lot of people, do you mean people who aren't actually eating a vegan diet, but their values are vegan?
Yes. I think a lot of people love animals, and I think advertising hides from them what's on their plate. And we don't want to think about it, so we just keep going forward. And Elwood's is the chance for people to have that illusion shattered for them in a gentle, nice way. Mm-hmm. Elwood's is more performance art than traditional activism. So it's more like holding up a mirror and asking people to look rather than cramming things down people's throats. So
good. And how does one hold this mirror up?
So hopefully what you'll do first is you'll get the downloads printed and you'll get the location. You'll look at all, we've got some logistics stuff. Which is great.
And then you get to go out and really stick it to the people on the street, yes?
No.
I just want to go out and scream at people.
I do too. I know.
I'm so angry. I see the stuff. Can I scream at them, please?
You can, but not in an Elwood's t-shirt, please. Okay. So yeah, I actually have some rules and
Oh wow. Super anarchist and activist Molly Elwood has rules. You are the man. You've actually literally gone corporate.
I am the man.
Wow.
I'm also a big nerd, and I really love rules because rules make you feel safe, right? Okay, never mind. What I actually think
is oversharing, but that's fine. We'll go with it. I'll try to believe you. It's your football.
No,
we have to go by. No, it's your football.
It is my football, and if you want to play with my football, you have to play by my rules.
Fine.
Okay, so but my rules are actually really fun. I think.
Just tell us.
Okay, okay, here are my rules. My biggest rule. All the rules lead up to the rule that Elwood's is a small family farm. And so while I do have a lot of rules, if you just kind of keep that front and center,
yeah.
That means
1 of 9.
Settle in. I hope you have a cup of tea. Here we go. Number 1, behave as though you're representing a company. A lot of us have had jobs before, and it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You still have to stay polite and pleasant. It doesn't matter if the customer is mad or sad or incredulous. You're helpful. You could be confused if you wanted to be, but you're going to help this person. You can explain to them, but at this point, you are not a vegan activist. You are a farm employee. Not like you're my employee, but you're behaving as though you're a farm employee.
It's when they get upset, though, that you can really, because of the hypocrisy, you can be like, yeah, you.
Ha! No.
Gotcha.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Nope. That's exactly when you can't. Every time you feel the moment you want to have a gotcha, you just want to zing and be like, what do you eat? You say, no, you can't. You treat them with compassion, which is rule number 2. You don't mock people when they're upset or when they're angry because they're having a vegan experience and we want them to have that. We don't want to take them out of it. When they get mad at you, that is when you turn on the charm and you keep going because they're going to say a lot of things that you would say as a vegan, and they're about to have this moment and we want them to feel it and we're going to be sympathetic with it.
Genuine point, perhaps.
Yes.
This is unusual for me in this conversation, but what makes Elwood's activism so unique is that we allow the people we're talking to have the emotional charge.
Yeah.
So much vegan activism is about us showing how very angry and upset we are, and look at this, and meat is murder and stuff. And we're all jolly upset. And what you generally get in any kind of conflict is one person is calm and sort of cool, and one person is hot and agitated. And this is the inversion of that, right?
Right. And so that's actually when you were saying like you really want to get mad and angry. it's actually a very nice change to have someone else get mad and you get to stay calm. And it is very soothing as a vegan to watch someone be upset, because you're like, yes, this is what I wanted from you. I want the public to be mad and sad and angry.
But it is that anger that's going to spur them into.
Right. And it's a memorable, that's actually leads on to number 3, which is offering them a memorable experience. Their emotion is the punctuation. That's the feeling they're having right then, is going to tie it to this moment in time. They're going to remember the time they stopped by a dog meat table and had a tantrum or got angry or got upset, and some charming person just lied right to their face about selling dog meat. So in offering them this memorable experience, you're going to gain a lot of traction by being disarming, being charming, maybe being flirty, selling it. You're acting this part and seeing how long you can keep it going, because that will agitate them and, like I said, make it more memorable and weird. People will be like, this is weird. Go talk to the person at the dog meat table. It's very strange. I think they're lying to me.
And how do you know when it's the moment to say, go vegan then, you twit?
So it's going to be different for every interaction and every activist, the way how you feel about this interaction. Sometimes you could make it go on for quite some time, or you could, if you see somebody is extremely upset, you might want to start immediately. But one of the things that I really like is I don't tell them what it is. You ask them, you lead them, leading questions. You say, that's actually rule number 4, is let them connect the dots. You want to ask leading questions like, why do you think this isn't real? Or what do you think we're doing here if this isn't real? And this self-guided realization allows them to say the things that we want them to they're going to realize we're making this comparison that dogs and pigs and chickens and cows are all animals, and it doesn't matter if they're humanely raised or organic or anything like that. So them reaching the conclusion themselves is a big part of this activism. Is that right? It is.
You believe that to be powerful because why?
So personally, for me, and I know this from other people as well, is the self-guided vegan journey is much more impactful. It's not I don't have to believe your facts. I'm going to go on my own journey to discover why vegans don't eat eggs and why vegans are against cow's milk. And that's how I went vegan. I saw a video of chicks going into a macerator, and I went, this has got to be fake. And then I stayed up all night Googling stuff. And I think that a lot of people enjoy that about Elwood's, is that it's kind of like this skeleton crew of, like vegan activism, that they find themselves on the website and they have to look through all this stuff. And there's no one there to get mad at. It's just the idea. It's just themselves and the idea.
Yeah. And there's that awful sort of, do I dare myself to go further with this thought? Am I going to scroll further? Am I going to look at more, even though I know I'm not going to like it?
Right. And I think that, like, even in the personal interactions with people, the benefit of Elwood's too is I'm not telling you to go vegan. We're talking about the idea of farming dogs. And so you're both standing side by side looking at an idea, and it's not you versus them. You're presenting and you're giving them the tools to then go on the trip later. So maybe this is not Cube of Truth ending with, are you going vegan today?
What things should we avoid doing?
Yes, I have some no's that I think are important. And so, one, we don't accost people. Think about, again, if it all ladders up to we're a family farm, what would you do if you're working at a real farm? You wouldn't accost people. You wouldn't chase them down. You wouldn't corner them. You might shout out, hey, free samples. But you're not going to say, hey, bring your dog over. We're going to harvest him. Or, we're not going to be like, you're already buying beef. Why don't you come over here? It's just, you're trying to be believable.
Yeah. Hey, free samples, by the way, was the follow-up song to Hey, Big Spender. You're going to tell, I know, I can feel it. You're going to tell me that I'm not allowed to laugh at people when they're being stupid hypocrites.
rule number 2, we don't
when they're all
mock
upset
people.
about dogs, but they're eating a ham sandwich.
No, we don't
Come on,
mock.
but it's so fun and
I know.
easy.
That's why if it's easy, don't do it. If it feels easy, that's not the path forward. We don't mock people. A lot of us, I know, we weren't all vegan. And so we got to treat that person as though they are our pre-vegan self. And
Yeah, but I hate my pre-vegan self so
I
much.
know, but let them hate themselves later when they go vegan. They're going to do enough hate for themselves. But I do think that like, even if they know what you're doing, even if they say like, even if they know that this is vegan activism and they start mocking you, going, you guys are stupid or whatever it is, you still keep the higher ground.
Represent the farm.
You still represent the farm. And it's not, this is not about Elwoods. This is actually about veganism. Is maybe you're the only vegan that this person has met in real life. And if you can be good natured in the moment, you're going to do a lot for the movement, I think. I know, I hate it.
It's fine. I got some fantastic performance poetry about the very graphical slaughter of a dog, and I've got some killer images I found on the internet of dogs, going through some awful business. It'll be great for this protest. Yes.
No. Sorry.
Another no. Okay.
Nope. Sorry. Rule number 3: we don't use graphic imagery or language. If you've looked at it a while, it's hard to realize how shocking this is, but dog meat is shocking to most members of the public, and we don't have to shock people anymore. You can just show them pictures of the meat that they usually consume and say it's spaniel, and they're going to be like horrified. You don't have to show anything bloody or gross. And also, I want to be cognizant of children in public places. We don't want to get anybody... we don't want anybody more mad at us than they already are. We want people to focus on the animals. And also that means we also use the language of farmers. Farmers don't say murder. They don't slit throats. They don't snap necks. They humanely harvest and
Of course.
take them
Compassionately euthanize.
Exactly. We have, yes. So
Processing.
we process a lot of animals.
What's your next no?
We aren't protesting. Number 4 is we aren't protesting. Elwood's is here to sell dog meat, so that's the point. We don't have to add a protest on top of this. And we're selling, like, these are potential customers. So, and that also leads into number 5 is we aren't political. We don't want to, just like any business, we want as many customers as possible. So we don't want to assume the views of any of the potential vegans we're talking to. And if you want to do anything political with Elwoods, you can reach out to us, but don't do it without asking us first.
And really the end game of this, it's all about the gram, right? It's about the killer clips for YouTube. Yes?
Nope. Sorry. We're not just making YouTube content. And while it is nice to have content to share people's reactions to Elwoods, we want to use cameras sparingly so it gives this immersive experience so people think it's real, because that is one of the powers of this, is it looks real. And if you have a whole camera set up and you've got microphones and you're in people's faces with these things, they're gonna obviously they'll know something's up. And they even think something's up when there's not a camera. So if you don't have a camera, it's even better, because then you can be like, no, what are you talking about? There's no camera.
And from a personal point of view, it's kind of important to be in that moment, right? And
It
not
is.
be thinking about how this is going to look.
Exactly. You don't want to be like framing it for the camera. The intimate interaction you have one-on-one with somebody talking about Elwoods is going to be really powerful, and it becomes very memorable. And I've had some really great conversations with people that are not filmed. And I think
Yeah, you always say that. And
I know.
Obviously you can't prove it.
So many. I have so
Yeah,
many.
you always say it. And and obviously no one's ever seen it.
If you do film it, you can tag us and share it with us and stuff. But at the same time, it's just, I don't want it to be a priority. And I know that's kind of goes against a lot of activism, is we are trying to share it with a lot of people. But if there's something you want to do with Elwoods that is not a dog meat tasting booth, and it's not cat meat, you can contact me. And there's somewhere on the screen, we'll have a contact URL that you can contact. And
is the whole cat meat thing the equivalent of being a pianist in a piano bar and having people saying, "Can you play Piano Man"?
yes, it is. Except for Piano Man is a great song.
Cat meat's a great joke. Both may have been somewhat overplayed.
But it's a good first idea.
The bottom line of what you're saying, as far as I understand it, is that really the important thing with the Elwood's outreach activism stuff is that it's a charm offensive. Is that right?
Yes, this is different than other activism. It is bright, it's light, it's two of you discussing an idea that's kind of funny. And that is so much different than a lot of the heavier activism we do. And there's a time and a place for every type of activism, but that's what this is. And this is the rules I'd like you to play within, which I find work really well.
Why don't we have a quick look at some best practice in action? This is with some of our representatives at the University of Austin. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Fresh local dog meat available today only.
Sorry, you want to take my dog? You don't want your dog.
Okay,
I'm
but
glad
I
you
would
don't
say
want my dog. You know what?
at the end of the day, I do agree
Fuck you up if you took my dog. Y'all can't get a better job. But I have a question for you, sir. So, what's the difference between a dog and a cow? Hey, you can't get a better job than this? Selling dog meat? Huh?
Excuse me, sir.
What
I'm not part of this organization.
Sir,
Well,
De La
it's
Rosa,
fine.
one, you can tell your owner that this is fucked up. Y'all can't get a better job than this.
What meat do you suggest that we sell?
I don't give a fuck what you eat.
Excuse me, sir.
This is bullshit.
They were selling pig meat here yesterday. Did you see that?
They're next.
They're next?
Excuse me, sir.
So you're a vegetarian?
I'm not part of this organization, but it's just hypothetical. They're not actually selling dog meat. What they're saying is they're trying to use the analogy of comparing.
Are you guys selling dog meat or not?
They're not.
We are.
No, what? No. Wait, are
But
you actually?
why are you so upset about it? So we're here to have exactly these type of conversations, sir. So folks come over here and sometimes they get really upset. And we want to spur the conversation. When I first saw this whole business here, do you or do you not sell dog meat? And it's wonderful that you're upset because it means that you're loving and compassionate and kind. Yes or no? Because I yelled at this poor young lady here. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What's your name?
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. Okay, we're not actually selling dog meat. We're trying to highlight the hypocrisy between people eating pigs and cows, but not eating dogs. So all these feelings that you're feeling right now about dog meat, that's how we feel about pigs and cows. Do you eat those animals? It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Have you ever thought about it? Yeah. So since you've thought about it, you seem like a real animal lover. I really admire the passion that you approach us with.
Every single day, you guys got me.
Sure. So now that you have thought about this, would you consider not harming animals when you don't have to?
Yes.
Really?
I'm sorry. That's the way I feel when I see
It's okay.
other
Here.
animals being
Sorry.
killed.
Give me a hug.
I love that you're able to express these emotions
it's okay.
without any filter. It's really refreshing to see someone do that.
We'll give you some resources. Well,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Just all this anger that you felt at us, I want you to feel it for every animal that's being harmed. Amazing. The resources are all on there. I'm so proud of you. Today marks the day of your journey. And what's this little dude's name? Nico. He's so cute. And yeah, we would never hurt any animals. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this. We want you to have fun and be safe and recruit new vegans without distressing them too much. Remember, we're not here to score points or to dump out our anger on people. Just remember that we've all been coaxed into accepting this normality from birth, and it will take a lot to change people and change minds. And we're not going to win over every person we meet, but we can plant a positive seed that will bring them closer to us eventually. So stay safe, be nice, and have fun. And don't forget there are resources available on the Elwood's website. And do share your successes with us. We'd love to amplify your work on social media where we can. All right, thanks. Bye.